the behavior of our gods cannot serve as a foundation, or as that we are foundationless.
Yeah.
Because the behavior of our, what he calls gods, the behavior of our gods are less than exemplary for human success. Would you say that?
Yeah, that's one way you say it.
Okay, all right, cool. So what I would say to him is, again, you are attempting to take a criteria that exists in your worldview, and you are making the mistake of looking into another worldview and attempting to find the same function and purpose. That is illegitimate. Meaning that just because in your system you wrap everything up in one particular deity, and it's not that the preceding system does not, because you have to remember, the Kemetic system is a preceding system. It precedes Christianity. There was no Christianity when there was the Kemetic system in place. There was no Judaism. There was no Islam. So therefore, yours being a derivative of, you are attempting to look at something that is a derivative. You are attempting to look at the original schema, and you are expecting it to look and appear the same way. In other words, you're looking for all of the parts to be where you think they should be and function the way you think they should function. That is not the fault of the Kemetic community. The fault lies with the person who is Kemetic illiterate. So what you have to do is you have to say, well, okay, this is where we find our foundation as Christians. We find our foundation in the example of a God that created evil. Well, maybe I don't want to serve a God that creates evil. Maybe I prefer a God that does not create evil. Because in the Kemetic story, God does not create evil. That's in your bizarre story. In our story, you know who creates evil in our story? Man.
Go ahead.
Evil comes from the heart of man.
Teach.
That is what the Kemetic story teaches. That is what the Kemetic text says. Evil comes from the heart of man. And he specifically says, I did not create evil. And you need to read Egyptian Religion by Morenz. He was a Protestant theologian, a German one, and he was absolutely brilliant because his knowledge of the text exceeds that of most people even today. And it specifically says that what they believed was that evil emanated from the heart of man. And it says it repeatedly, explicitly, not from our God. You worship an evil God that claims he